Today's topic on Scrum Mastering is a very important one because a lot of you are actually struggling in understanding what is some of the required skills when it comes to becoming a Scrum Master. And we're going to be discussing that. What are those skill sets? What are those toolkits that you actually need to be able to deploy at your disposal? And the first thing is, guys, that a Scrum Master essentially needs to be able to have fantastic stakeholder management skills. And without good stakeholder management skills, you're really going to struggle at the end of the day, because not only will you be dealing with the product owner, the development team, and many other individuals, you have to facilitate many sorts of meetings as well. So it's a good toolkit to have. But also, when it comes to projects, you are really facilitating them to some extent. So you need to have good project management skills. And this is another key area for a Scrum Master to be aware of, and how you can deploy those skill sets readily when you need it. Think about it. If you're facilitating projects day in and day out, you need to be able to understand how to initiate, to plan, to execute, monitor, control in an agile way, and also to close out the project in an incremental fashion. Which leads me on to another point. This has to be done in an agile project management way. If you fail to do this, then you will really struggle in terms of how to leverage some of the Scrum and Agile capabilities that you want to be deploying within your projects. Now, another area for a Scrum Master to be very good in is you need to have good emotional intelligence. So, emotional intelligence, empathy, whatever you want to call it. So, EQ, IQ, whatever you want to call it. It's an area which is extremely important, because it actually shows you that you can actually empathize with individuals at a much more deeper level. And because not only are you doing the coaching piece, there are other things that you need to have that skill set that will facilitate this even better. So when it comes to Scrum Mastering, I think this is an extremely important toolkit to have. So not only do you have the stakeholder management and engagement skills here that we're talking about, I would actually call this, if I had to drop this out, stakeholder engagement, because this is what you're really trying to achieve here, is stakeholder engagement skills. And then on top of that, having good agile project management abilities will take you a long way, and also having that emotional intelligence capacity will help you go a long way as well. Now, some people normally ask the question, do we need to have technical skills? Do we need to have all these skills? Now look, the answer isn't that straightforward. Now, is it beneficial? Yes, it is beneficial if you have some of the technical skills, but at the same time, no. So when it comes to tech skills, it's a 50-50. There's no straight answer on this. There's no real answer on this. So there's nothing to say that you have to have them, or you don't need to have them, or you do need to have them. It's give and take. If you're going into the IT sector, it really does depend if you understand it to a certain degree. If you understand it, then it's perfectly fine. If you have the technical skills, there's no problems with it. If you don't have it, it still doesn't matter. As long as you possess some of these skills, it makes a huge amount of difference here. So yes, absolutely, possessing these skills makes a massive amount of difference. So I would say having these skills are slightly more important than having the technical skills. And I would say lastly, for me, a very important piece is actually having the passion. If you actually have the passion in terms of what you want to do, that makes a huge difference, because very simply, if you're a Scrum Master that doesn't really appreciate what you're trying to achieve, you don't like to make a team into a high-performing team, it makes life more difficult. So if you love what you do and you have the passion, it means that the team will feel it, and it means that you can leverage off that rapport and build that high-performing team. Because as a Scrum Master, that is one of your key things, is to build a high-performing team. And that leads me to a point in terms of what is it that you need? What do you need to do in order to become a sensational Scrum Master? Now, There are many courses that you can take. You've got the PSM, Professional Scrum Master. You've also got the CSM, Certified Scrum Master. And then you've also got the SSM, which is the Safe Scrum Master. Now, personally for me, this is just my interpretation on what's been happening in the industry. I feel that the PSM is more theoretical, and therefore you don't get the practical. So theoretical it actually has, but it's not practical at the end of the day. The CSM is just, it's more lightweight Scrum. And because it's lightweight Scrum, it doesn't give you the actual depth that you need. However, when it comes to the SSM, you have phenomenal theory, you have actual practical abilities in there, but also you have the agile piece, you have the Scrum piece, Scrum Master in there as well, so SM. But at the same time, you're talking about scaling, agility. And there's an entire framework that you're getting in here. So when it comes to bang for your buck, the Safe Scrum Master Certification is a wonderful certification to take, and it is my top pick in terms of if you're wanting to take Scrum Mastering very seriously. So when it comes to making a decision, which course do you want to take? Personally for me, the Safe Scrum Master wins every time, hands down. And if you're interested to take a course, you can contact me on any of my social media links that you can see on the screen here today. And also if you want to drop me a WhatsApp message, you can do that as well. And I hope to see you in one of these courses very soon. Thanks for watching.